I probably need to. Uh-oh. Where is that screen? Okay. Studio. Right. Let's get it. Oh, another thing I need to do before I get too deep into this. The window must match. All right. So let's hop over here into this. And I need to also make sure this is updated. Updated. Throw that in there. And bang, bang, and bang. Save. All right. So let's see what we can get today. TPST continuing up, looking like it wants to go to $2. Up 717%. With 54 million shares traded. Then the next on the line looks to be a little cheaper one, MTNB. Then another one, WHLR. Vino up 35%. AGL, and these are cheaper ones, 18 cents, 13 cents. PHIO of 15, and then the last kind of real gapper is Plug up 11%. But we're pretty much watching these top 1, 2, 3. Well, not so much MTNB. I don't really know what that one's gonna do. Let's scroll down and see what kind of news they got on them. Starting with TPST. Looks like it's released new data demonstrating superiority of TPSD arm across multiple study endpoints in randomized first-line HCC study. Okay. I'll continue to go through these. That was TPST. Next one is WHLR. Where is your news for today, buddy? It's only got a little bit. Just the gainer doesn't really have any news out here just yet. It did a 1-for-10 reverse stock split 2 months ago. They regained compliance. They elected a new board director and all of that, but nothing like super eye drawing there. Vino, VINO. Another one with kind of light news on it. Let's look back a couple of days and see if we see anything. Not really. Not really. All right. So it looks like I am peeking out for some reason. Let's bring that on down. All right, that should be better. Anyway, um, there's Vino. The next one is Agil, another cheaper one. Not really any news on it. It says Agil Thought says U.S. bankruptcy court entered order that imposes substantial restrictions on trading. Ugh. So yeah, Agil isn't looking great. PHIO Pharmaceuticals presents new data for targeting of BRD4 with this Intacil compound. Okay. Looks like they're going after melanoma cells. Preclinical data shows melanoma cells treated with whatever that is makes them more recognizable to immune cells, increasing potential for elimination. Okay, so that's PHIL and ATHX just popped up here. Another cheaper one, up 17%, and then plug. So these are our top gainers with volume on the day. Oil has continued to come on down. It had a little gap up, and I'm looking for it to just hold over these 80, the 80 level. And may end up looking to even add to my positions on oil, looking for another try upwards. We've had a couple of news events that have kind of sparked movement on oil. Of course, we know about the Hamas attacks on Israel. It has been a super deadly reporting time for Israel. All of their news reports are just not good, you know. Um, we also have natural gas, which continues to go up. I'm already in KMI, which is my play on natural gas. The SPY took quite a bit of a ride up here, trying to fill this gap. The gap looks like it would be filled at 438. It did not quite get there. Found some resistance out there on the SPY. Yeah, got a 700% mover. That's I wouldn't say that's super different because of the price range. We'll see how it handles the $2. The high of this thing was 203. So it's already touched $2. WHLR, Vino. Oil just making its way on back down, I guess. But yeah, under maybe the 81s, I'll go ahead and try to see what's going on there on oil. It's also got a level down here right above the 75. So we kind of let it play, give it a couple of days. It's only had 3 days in this level. I mean, it could easily go back up here and try to test up the 86. So I'm not going to give up on it yet. What's up, plug? You know, WHLR. Might go ahead and do some cleanup here. Let's just move on. Plug. Does it have a nope, it's not gonna work. All right, well, Wednesday hump day, looking for this thing to show us a little bit of action. Maybe a little bit short bias based on everything that it's shown us already. If we look out here on the daily chart, we can see that it does have a couple of points where it rips. I don't really know what happened in 2015 or around here 2019-ish or in the 2021 period, but it had a couple of moves up. So as of now, where is it sitting at? 190. So it's all the way above the 200 back to this consolidation right here, basically. So we'll go ahead and slap a resistance line right there at the 2 and see how it holds that. We look back at the charts, we can see 2 has been tested multiple times. Maybe something that it can lift up off of, but we'll see. We shall see. Turn that thing down. That thing's sensitive, boy. Testing, testing. Okay, there we go. Man, that thing's sensitive. All right. Just jump back over. Good morning to whoever has joined in. We're basically looking at a couple of big movers, TPST being the biggest. Reliable, did I get a position started on ENPH? No, sir. Everything that I've started has been pretty much dividend stocks, and ENPH isn't it. As of yesterday, I'm up. I'm up. I ended yesterday up $275 on my dividend positions. Not the payout, but the value increase on the dividends. So, my dividends are doing great, absolutely great. So, just waiting to kind of see where they want to go next and continue to pay me. But for the majority of them, they are sitting green right now. I wanted to buy more, but they didn't give me any more time to buy more. They just took off. Yeah, I saw NTNB. It doesn't really have the range. I don't know if it's got what 29 cents. Its ATR is 2 cents. So unless you're expecting a 1 cent win, maybe or lower, a half-cent win, but I don't know if they do fractionals. If anything, TPST will be the one that probably most shorts are looking at and probably will get the most action from the shorts. Got 60 million on the board. The next one is ATHX with plenty of volume, up 15% though, so it's not really a crazy one. You're up 4 cents already. Nice, reliable. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. See what happens to you. See what happens to it. Oh man. But yeah, these were the top of the list right here. TPST, MTNB, WHR, Vino, AGL, but none of them had killer news. ATHX didn't. PHIO had a little bit, which is probably why it's a little bit higher, 23%. AGL, nothing. Vino, nothing really. WHLR had what? Had a little bit somewhere. Oh, they did a reverse split, so whatever. And then MTNB, not really any kind of catalyst out there. So plus the ATRs, we look at the ATRs, we look for range and we look for volume. ATR is definitely a good way to get the range. Oh, I took a trade yesterday. I took a trade on this one, um, PGTI is what I traded yesterday. PGTI. And if we look at the daily chart out here, this is what I was looking at. Yesterday, it had a nice little gap up or whatnot. And I was looking at it, I was like, man, this thing's got range. This thing's got everything I'm looking for. It did end up going up there to 32s. I did sell my position yesterday for around $100 win on this one. If we look at here, this is where I was entering. I saw it have on the hour chart, I saw it have a nice little exhaustive move to the downside and started holding right around that 32 level. So I started buying all of these little dips and ended up with an average price of 31.75. It popped up here closer to the 32s and it just held here for like an hour, just indecision right here. And I was like, yeah, this thing isn't moving the way that I would like it to. So I went ahead and took the profit from that 31.75 average up there to the 32. It was like 32.20s. It wasn't 32.30s. But yeah, definitely was nice and added some profit onto what the dividends had already dropped on me. But anyway, looking for potential today as well. Reliable says I traded SPCB poorly yesterday, had the 84 entry. Oh yeah, me and Donnell, we talked about SPCB and I was where is it now? Yeah, this one I forgot what the average true range on. Oh, it's 10 cents. Average ATR of 10 cents there. Um and of course, I'm looking for an ATR with something that I can get at least 20 cents off of. And I'm looking for 25% of the move. So SPCB would not have met my criteria yesterday or any day with that ATR. Basically, all I'm doing is saying, hey, this is the price. What's the price? 61 cents. ATR is 10 cents and 10 cents basically. And I'm just multiplying it by, I want 25% of the move. And that is not going to work for me. 2 cents, a 2-cent move for 25 cents or 25% of the total move just doesn't work. I like to see 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents. Give me some range. I'm hungry out here. And that's what got me paid yesterday on PGTI. You traded MTech poorly on Monday. MTech on Monday. What's today? Wednesday. So Monday was. This is. Am I tripping? What was Monday? Monday was the 9th. So this day right here during this. Oh yeah, you got in with all the chop. All the chop. And I think this ATR for MTech is oops, my bad. Didn't mean to delete that. MTech, enter. MTech's ATR is looking like around 10 cents. So yeah, 10 cents. If we look at the charting on the day that you traded it, 25 cents, you could easily get a 2-cent winner on MTech if you calculated the because it's right around a ATR of 10 cents. So you calculated this like there, you'll know that you'll be looking for 2 cent winners on MTech. Get 2 cents, get out. Get 2 cents, get out. Multiple times on here. Looking at this day right here. See, it went from 114 up to, yeah, plenty of 2 cent winners in there. Bottom of 21 up to 28. So yeah, definitely was about that life of paying 2 cents out. But you just would have had to size up on those 2 cent, maybe 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares, something like that. Best trim was 148. 28 cents. Just should have been trimming more aggressive. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go and see what oh wow, TPST did get over the $2. It's up to 219. I did not even see it move up 800%. So this one's going to probably get the eyes on today. I don't know how much further it can go. If I was just coming in looking at this would definitely be a short play for me. But, there's let me go look at the short interest and all of that on this. Let's see, TPST. What are you looking at? So short percent increase. So the shorts have actually short percentage decreasing 65%, but this is a 20-minute delay, so it could change. We don't see if it's how much of it is owned by institutions or whatever. Let's jump over to FinViz and see if we can see something different. TPST. Okay, owning by insiders 23%. Where is the institutions 23%, insiders 42% there. Let's see if it has any crazy outlier information. It does have a shelf registration, but that was back from 2022. It may be one of those halting stocks. Halting up and halting down. BBC Live Gaza's only power plant runs out of fuel during Israeli siege. Gaza's only power plant runs out of fuel. The only source of mains electricity since Israel began its siege has stopped working. Wow. That's not going to be good. We got about 7 minutes to the bell. Inside Israeli border village, Israel has a duty to respond to Hamas, says Biden. Who are the hostages taken by Hamas from Israel? All right. So there is a lot of spice sparking and causing a lot of crazy movements in the market here. All right. So yeah, we got TPST going on up though. SPCB going on down. Vino going on down. Oh, no, no, no. I didn't get any ENPH. Everything that I picked up has been dividend stocks. Anything long term has been dividend. And what I was saying was yesterday I was up $250 just on the dividend, not the payout, but the actual value move of the stocks that I got into. 250 bucks yesterday. So that was nice. And I had the winner from the $100 winner from PGTI or whatever. So it put me up quite nicely on the day. quite nicely on the day yesterday. But yeah, TPST just seems like something that will go into halts. Almost 100 million shares traded on it. $2.09, 780% up right now. It's just, this looks like a stock that's going to go into some halts. MTNB was the one that you were telling me to watch out for. We'll see. Currently has a ATR of 2 cents. 2 cents. So we'll see how you do. Yeah, that one ain't got no meat on the bone for me. Spy. What's up, Lori? Vino continue to break down there. Looks like eyes are fading off of Vino, fading off of some of these other ones, and just absolutely tunnel vision in on TPST. You built your EMPH position, was on the bid. When I went to work that day, was praying for Fields. Sometimes you just got to get in, man. Sometimes you just got to get in. You know, that's what I had to do on the dividend plays. I just got in. I was like, you know what? I like this play. I like their financials. I like their income statements. I like all of this stuff. It's lining up. Let's do it. And it definitely has brought profit. It took a little bit longer than I thought because I started buying dividend stocks heavy like 2 months ago. So, and it was when they were at lows. And then the stock market kind of rebounded. So, I was like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just see. Right. But I really wasn't too worried because they was paying me as I'm holding them. But anyway, TPST again testing the previous high was 229, and now this high is 224, a little bit lower high there. But like I said, man, this thing looks like it's gonna go into halts. So I'll be very careful with it if I was gonna trade it. ETNB looking downwards as well. Any other big gainers out here? Not really. Actually, wait a minute. Where's my? Yeah, they're gonna be there. Okay. Reliable says I had 10 fields on October 3rd already. Oh, okay, so you had already got some. Okay, okay. One thing that I do want to practice with the longer term stuff is adding to winners, right? Adding to those higher lows, adding to those, because right now, like I'm almost 100% green. So I'm like, I want to add to these. I want to find some new stuff, but I also want to add to my old stuff. So as they go higher, I'm looking for those dips, those retests, those solid points where it's going to hold to add into, get bigger positions. Because in each of them, I want about around like maybe 500 shares. You know, the market just opened. TPST is the main watch, up almost 800%, going up here very quickly to the top. 225. Well, got a little dip there. Let's see if it can go ahead and get through this 225 with all of the excitement. What is it going to do to people? 71 million shares on the board. All right, so looking over here on up, it halted. I told y'all it looked like it was gonna be a halter. Halted. That's crazy. All right, back over here to the scans. So basically, we've pretty much seen the openers, the highest movers or whatnot. So now I'm just going to focus in on what are the top gainers, what are the top losers, and if anything actually meets my criteria that I'm looking for the ATR and all of that stuff. I need range, I need volume. I really have gotten away from like well, I need something around 50 million shares float is usually what does well for me as well. But it could be under, it could be a little bit over, but just around that range with a little bit of news catalyst could be beautiful. But yeah, as far as I'm seeing, we'll see if any other movers come up here, if any of these want to start to fill out. But we'll also watch and see what happens to TPST once it resumes. Has a super high relative volume. Usually we're looking for anything from 3 to 5. This thing's at 97, but the ATR is really, really poor. Very, very small range there. So a lot of range to get hurt in. MTNB, WHLR looking like it's making a move. Let's go and check that out. WHLR. And Vino. Both of these looking real, trying to be heroes out here. We'll see which one. Now, WHLR has more volume, though. It's getting slant. Well, Vino's just got slammed into right there at the 125s. We'll see what happens to WHLR. Reliable says, I was on the bid 122.50 yesterday trying to buy higher. I'm looking to add ENPH anytime it sets up. Okay. Yep. It was definitely around the bottom there. I think the last time we had talked about it was like 120 something. It was definitely a level of interest, but hey, you took the trades. You took the trade that definitely made sense for you. So got in, and it's definitely up off that 120 where we saw it at, up $10. I was actually looking over here on the daily chart at these levels here, 114 ish. Anyway, it's now at the 131s. Continue to move up a little bit. Vino and WHLR both forming a little wick up there. TPST, when will it be unhalting? Halted at 9:30.36, so it should be opening up at 9:35.36, which is in less than a minute. 9:35.36. MTNB was another one that Rudy called out. Looking at that one, up 88%. Vino continues to, I don't know what Vino is trying to do. Got a pretty big green candle there. Top side of 136 up there. Is it going to go ahead and lunge through that 136? Up 50% on the day, up 21% since the open. Also keeping an eye for TPST about to open here in about 10 seconds. See what they want to do. Jumping back over to TPST to look at this open. You exited MTNB 31 or 31.5. I didn't have much size left, but from a 24.6 entry, I'll take it. Nice. Okay, so there was the open on TPST. Trying to make a lower low here. The breakdown of 175 will be a lower low. Let's see if it can get it. 85, 83s. Little bit of buying right off that 83 level. So hit low of 181 and then this 182, just a little bit higher low. Going into a halt again there. So like I called out before, this one looks like it was going to be a halt. So that's what's going on. We'll see. Halting all over the place. MTNB pushing on up as well. Bino, the SPY even holding over the 430s. Looking at this top back here of the 437. Will it be able to get up there and hold? Oil continues to challenge this level here that they previously made this gap of. I want to see how it holds these 83s right above the 80s. NTNB going on up 117% there. Up on the day, 38 million shares traded. If we look on the average volume, it is definitely way above the average volume there. And now its average true range has increased to 3 cents, almost 4 cents actually. Bino jumping back down. Let's get it. Also, Reliable, are you streaming today? So I'll be able to let people know. I don't know if you're streaming today, but let me know. WHLR going against the grain. Trash. Why even offer a dividend? Don't even offer it. Just keep it. You need it. Looking at TMF, just trash. Absolute garbage. All right, let's look at the next time this thing's supposed to be opening here. Halted at 936.25. There'll be 941. Almost there. 941.25. NTNB coming on back down. Everything's looking real testy right now. All right, it should have already opened up. It did not open up there on TPSD. TPST might be a longer halt there. 10-minute halt. So 46.25. MTNB still breaking out. Went from the 31 up here to the 35 out of the open. Let me look at what you got out here. Let's see. Exited 27%. I won't be not able to stream till I get this new PC. Okay, got you. You called out DFS. DFS would be a dividend play on folks on buying more of DFS. Let's look at the daily chart on that one. Okay, so there was a 2020 COVID dip, and it's been holding these levels right here at the 88s. Coming back, trying to gap fill, possibly back over 100. What's their dividend? Let's see, DFS. DFS, they give a dividend of 70 quarterly. So that would be every month would be what? 70 divided by 3. So about 23 cents per month is what they're giving out for 90 bucks. Okay. Well, I have about 3 or 4 stocks that I know pay out 23% monthly or 23 cents monthly. I don't, and none of them are even close to 90 something dollars. But, depending on what their financial statements and all of that is, could be worth it. Just not my taste. 46. I keep forgetting, Reliable. You're not building a dividend portfolio. You're just building a portfolio. TPST. But mine is focused, like dividend centric. Okay, so we're coming up on the open, should be for TPST. This is a 10-minute halt. We'll see where it goes from here. Will it be one of those crazy ones that gaps up? Should be on the 46. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. 46.25. So about a minute. DFS with a 19% payout. 19% payout. So of 92, I think it was what, 92 bucks. Divided by 92. 19, where are you getting 19% from? Maybe I have to look at the actual financials to see where you're getting that 19%. Let's go over to, actually, let's watch this thing open up first. I didn't even see it open. Open up higher, small little dip, TPST, and back in a halt already. 76 million shares traded on it. Let's look out here. And this is where I kind of go and see what dividends are doing. DFS. Let's Discover Financial. What's your dividend history, buddy? How stable are you? So all the way back to 2008, 6, 2, 6, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. So it has been increasing. The yield is around 3% of its annual, where, like, if you were to buy it on January 1st, you'll be looking for a 3% dividend yield. Looks like annual dividend is $2.80. Okay. So yeah, that's about right. That's why I was like 19%. Where in the world you find that at? Okay. NTNB pushing on up there. Yeah, it's got nice dividend growth. That's nice. That's nice. But for the price, I have like 4 or 5 dividends that beat that out. You can get them from like for like $30. So buy low, sell exactly reliable. Buy low. Oh, that's not reliable. That's One Life. The man himself. That's what I did. So One Life. I started buying these dividend stocks 2 months ago, right? Heavy. Yesterday, the portfolio exploded, and I checked it, and it was like up 250 some dollars, $275. Not on dividends, on the value of the dividend stocks, just up. And so, Reliable is trying to talk me into getting DFS, which is whatever, Discover Financial for 92 bucks. And I'm like, man, I got a couple of that are rivaling that for a lower price. You buy low and you sell high. The thing is, if anything happens with the things that I have bought, it won't significantly affect me. So, like, let's say if they gap down, with a $90, $80 stock, if it gaps down to 50 bucks, you're gonna be hurt. But everything that I got, my downside risk is so low, it's just like, let it gap down. It doesn't even matter, bro. Let it do what it does. WHLR, we saw TPST going back into a halt to the downside. Let's see. What did Reliable say? Nah, hell, I'll put the return on DFS over any of your high dividend yields. You can pick the name. You really want to do that though? Is that really really what you want to do though? Let's see. You can pick the name. Price is just calculated based on shares outstanding. Buy high, sell higher with a smiley face. Okay, Reliable is crazy. You sound like one of them people that be buying breakouts. Buy high and sell higher. Forget that noise. I'm buying low. I'm trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel. I got all the gunk on my fingers. Let's see what you say. Any day of the week will run the return for 5 years. After each year will address the total return. Oh, I don't know if you want to do that, bro. Total return? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Discover Financial has been doing this thing for a couple of years. And like I said, my portfolio is specifically dividends. It's dividend centric. If something in it doesn't act the way that I want it to, or they cut the dividend, I just sell the stock. That's all. Unless they cut the dividend for further growth. They just cut the dividend. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like with my AT&T shares that I got. If they cut their dividend, I really don't care. It's AT&T, right? They own all of the T-cell towers. They own all of the things that Verizon and Cricket and Sprint and all of them run off of. So for them, you cut your dividend. We good. We good. And plus they're $14 or whatever they are, like $14 right now. So my downside risk is way low on that. Look over here on AT&T came down here. Look at the daily chart actually. AT&T, we see this thing has come down here to 14 something dollars, hit highs up here of $32. I'm like, whatever, bro. I'm gonna continue to buy down here, right around these areas. Let's see, what's this? Resistance, support. To be honest, I don't know where the support is. I mean, it could be anywhere around here, but I mean, I'm already in low, 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 low. All right. But yeah, we looked over a couple of these. Still looking at the top gainers on the day. They're pretty much sitting at the same spot. MTNB, did it halt going down as well? MTNB, no, no. I thought it was halting. Just kind of trading slow around that 32 level. Um, WHLR, not really the best looking one either. Fighting a nice little downtrend. But hey, I'm green on the week. Took one trade this week, nice and green, and just looking for another setup like that. I'll find one eventually, but it doesn't happen every day. I need range and I need volume. And now I see why One Life and them was trading Rivian so much. Rivian gives volume and range almost every single day. And changes in direction like a whole lot. So you can go short, you can go long, you can go do all of that stuff on it. And I was looking at it, I was like, that's why they're always trying to touch on Rivian. Those fellows. And then if it does get automobile catalyst, you already know it's probably going to be more bullish than bearish. If it's just sitting in just in a reversal, I mean, you just play the levels. So I see why that's one of their stocks that they like. Gives consistent range and consistent volume. TPST. Yeah, I'm just looking at the SPY coming back down now, shifting back away from the highs, but no real big extensions, no big gaps or big moves down. So not really expecting a whole lot from that one. A lot of these kind of look like they're going to be going sideways today. Vino and all of them, because usually with these low floats, they usually just take off. They just go. But today with the SPY going sideways, it's been going sideways for almost 2 days here. Actually, we'll call it 2 days, 3 days. Just kind of going sideways. No real action in any direction. But yeah, MTNB coming on back down. And Vino kicking the bucket. What is PHIO doing? PHIO. It's still looking good. PHIO super flat pre-market. Yeah. Never mind on that one. That's a false call right there. And then when we actually come over here and look at the daily charts, a lot of their daily charts looks like they give back profit as well. PHIO, we see these big wicks down. Big wicks down. Vino, definitely big wicks down. TUP, TUP, Tupperware. Now that one did a very nice move up 66 cents up here to the $5, but it's one of those grindy ones. It looks good on the daily chart, but it grinds. It grinds and grinds. WHLR, again, gives back those profits. You see those big wicks down. MTNB, another one of those grinders. It did fill this gap up here, but that gap was a little bit too much for it. It looks like it wants to come down a little bit. I want to see TPST come out of these halts. It keeps going into 10-minute halts. But anyway, I'll continue watching the rest of the day. I haven't really seen anything that I want to get active on as of yet. We pretty much looked at all of the biggest movers on the day. TPST just was not something that, you know, could continue to give those moves, especially with the catalyst that it had, which was almost none. But yeah, that is it for me today. Don't forget, if you're going to continue trading, definitely be wary. Watch the news, watch what's going on in the real world, and see how it affects what we got going on these charts. There's levels to this. We're trying to build out. We're building up. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in. One Life, Reliable Rudy, Lori. Appreciate all you guys, GD. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.